All right, welcome to the channel Cobalt Black Gaming. I'm your host Cobalt, and today, Deadly Days Road Trip has hit early access, so we are going to be playing a run. There's quite a few new things in early access. We come over here, we have new characters. You can get President Kanabe with code. I will put it in the description so that you all can also grab him. There is a whole new row of talents, and these seem pretty good. I mostly do range builds, so I'm gonna pump that a bit. But you know what? I'm gonna pump some melee damage too. I think today we might do a melee build. Hi, Future Cobalt here. And no, we don't do a melee build. RNG had other plans for us. So there's also several other new things. You have a flag in camp. You can change it to... I don't even know how many options there are, but there's a lot. Need my pirate flag up, though. There's now also a leaderboard for how many days people have survived. So yeah, apparently someone is up there at 75 days. Good for you. That's crazy. Yeah, there's a leaderboard now. I like how there's starting to be leaderboards in a lot more Survivor likes. Right now you have this, you have Mega Bonk. I think they're going to start pushing that, kind of adding a, not necessarily a multiplayer aspect, but something for people to kind of strive for. So we also have extra unlocks here. So I've gotten more rarities today. So now I can make legendary and mythic items, which is pretty cool. We're going to head on in. We're going to use President Kanabe because I have not used this character yet. And we're going to do a run. And we're going to do it the right way, the fun way. Yeah, it looks like bottom is the way to go. There's also endless mode now, hence why the leaderboard was added for how many days you last. That is an endless mode feature. Within a normal run, you will not get to 75 days. That's insane. But endless mode looks like a lot of fun, and I definitely want to try it out. I mean, you know, that's the thing. I think more of these Survivor likes need endless modes. It's wild when they don't have them, because I think part of the fun is getting that broken build and then just kind of being enamored with it for a little while, right? And really seeing how far you can push it. So I'm genuinely surprised that there's quite a few of these games that don't have endless modes. I feel like at this point, endless mode should be standard. And, you know, I'm starting to see the merit of having leaderboards be maybe not standard, but much more close to universally included. I want to take the drill. I'm going to take the drill. I could have upgraded my pistol here, but I don't think I'm worried about that right now. We might go dual pistol for a little while, but once we see the katana, I think we're switching. I will just need to make sure I have the upgrades for range on that thing and size. Oh, also, I have a dog following me. If you get the supporter pack for Deadly Days Road Trip, there are 2 dogs that they add to the game. You can have them follow you. And no, the zombies cannot attack them because the devs aren't monsters. So, that's great. Yeah, I've been having an amazing time with this game. This is honestly in my probably top 5 Survivor likes right now. I really enjoy everything they kind of put into it. And, you know, definitely I think I'm going to end up playing a lot of it over the next few days and kind of pushing it to its limits. But that doesn't mean the game got worse. That just means I, you know, finished my time with it. I don't even necessarily think it'll be finishing my time. I think it'll just be slowing down for now. It'll be interesting to see the changes they make throughout all of early access and how they progress this. Because I don't know, I'm really excited to see what they add and what they change and what gets better. There's some balance changes into early access. I'm not privy to the actual details, but I can tell you dashes seem to recharge slower, or you have less of them, one of those 2 things. And the SMG seems worse to be clear, when I say that, I mean it goes from God tier to it's very, 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 very good. So, no actual gripe there. And maybe that didn't get changed. Maybe the zombies are stronger or something, but in relation to the game, that does not feel as busted as it used to, which I am fine with. It definitely took me a bit this morning to get ready or get used to the new difficulty curve in this game, because it's definitely not what it was before. But it's still good. It's still good. It's much more balanced now, which I think is important. You know, you don't want to have runs where you're just going the same thing every time because it's just OP compared to other weapons and builds. So it's very nice that it is now more balanced and it feels better across the board, I think. Alright, so we have another vacuum, so we'll definitely vacuum on this level. Even though I don't really think we've been killing that hard, but hey. Alright. This level took way longer than I wanted it to. I've got to get used to using the vacuum to just clear a level. That's... You can, if you have a vacuum and you go into a level, there's often enough free-floating fuel that you can just clear the level by tapping that vacuum. Alright, what do we got here? I don't like any of this crap. I'll take this. Make it a 3x3. Let me get that big backpack. Okay, I want the SMG, but I'm trying not to. So we're gonna go with the bouncy ball. Bouncy ball is OP. It is probably, like, for any really good build in this game that you're doing ranged with, bouncy ball is kind of a necessity. Alright, we're gonna head on back now. That is also what I've learned. I never paid attention to it, but in the top right corner, there's a stopwatch. Well, there's a number under that stopwatch, and that shows your threat level. That is basically telling you how aggressive and how many zombies are going to be coming at you at once. It's really important to kind of keep that in check, because if you don't, you can end up with problems. Why not? We'll just throw the knife on here. I'm sure I'll end up stabbing a couple people. Alright, what do we got? These are both fairly similar, but one has terrible fuel. Yeah, it's middle. We're going middle. We'll see what this run turns into. If I find the katana, I might go melee builds just because fun, but if I don't, we'll see. No bus, I wasn't trying to fuel you, I just had to dash so I didn't get hit by a linebacker. Oh, there's stuff over there, and I don't have the biggest magnet range yet. Magnets are still OP, I will tell you that. Still one of the best things to pick up in the game. Yeah, I've been having a great time with this one. I highly, highly recommend it if you like Survivor likes. I think right now, the early access, it's on sale for $9.79, something like that. USD, that is. And so, you know, not too much. I think the $10 range is perfect for this game. Like, it is definitely worth 10 bucks. I think 15 to 20 would be stretching it. I would probably still be fine with that, but I'm not sure most people would be. 20, no. 15, yes. It is definitely worth the current price. God, I want a new weapon because this just doesn't feel good. Just walking around as an ex-CEO with a pistol and a Bowie knife stabbing zombies to death. You know, that actually is fitting. That sounds like fun. I don't want any of this. Do I take the SMG, guys? Is that what I'm doing? Is that what's about to happen? I think it's what's about to happen purely in the merit of let's just be able to survive here better. Might still swap out of it to something else, but we are going to take the SMG for now. And that's still kind of, I guess, my biggest gripe, and it's due to me, right? It's more me, is that the SMG just feels the best of anything I picked up in this game. So anytime I get it, I'm like, well, we know we'll win the run. Which is fine. I just don't always like feeling like that in games, and I'm also the person where, like, I won't ignore the better option if it's there, right? Like, I mean, if I'm really trying to do a challenge run, sure, I have the self-control to be like, okay, we can't take that weapon. But if I'm not, you know, declaring it a challenge run as I start, we probably... everything's gonna get closer and closer to SMG. I might actually go dual pistols, though. You can do some cool stuff with multiple weapons in this game. This is insane, though. Where is the fuel? Good God. Do you have a vacuum? I could use the vacuum. I'm actually pretty tempted to use the vacuum. We're gonna try not to, though. We're gonna take this, and we're gonna recajigger that. There we go. Now we have exploding bouncing bullets. Isn't that fun? What video games are all about. Completely unrealistic BS that sounds awesome. That's why I will never be like a milsim guy. I can't do it. People griping about a game not being realistic. I'm like, that's... I don't know about you guys, but that's the point. That's why I'm here. If I wanted realism, I would just go be sad in real life. But if I want fun, I'll come here where there's bouncing bullets that explode. Alright, the bus is topped off, ready to go. I think what we're gonna do is handle these few tents that are in here. In that car that I see right there. And we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna grab that food. Okay, the yo-yo's good. Gotta make sure we grab everything, though. Would like a power boost when we get out of here. It's one thing to, like, leave early to try to keep your threat level down, but at the same time, if you stay later, sure, your threat level's up, but so is what your equipment can do. And you're gonna be much better prepared for things. We're gonna vacuum everything in, which will probably A, get us some health back, B, get us a couple levels, C, our threat level's already completely buggered, so I'm not really worried about that anymore. I was trying to keep it low. It's nice keeping it low. The game is more forgiving that way, but we don't need it to be low. Okay, we're gonna take this, add it here. I would like Snek and Yo-Yo, but I don't know if we have the space for Snek and Yo-Yo. We have space. We'll make space. That's steak space. Now let's see if we can get Yo-Yo space. The Yo-Yo's better the further away it is from the gun. That's, at least it's the middle one. At the very least, it's the middle one. I can take that. That is okay. Oh. What am I doing? We're at least getting rid of the knife. And I actually don't know what else. The glass bottle, definitely. It's gotta go. Take the snake. I'm gonna plop it there. There's better places to put that, but I don't really have access to them right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. We're also going to get rid of the fire shoes. I don't care for them. They're good. I wouldn't even say good. They're fine. They're fine. We'll add this, and we'll go for the other snake when we can. Okay. Let's see. We shop either way, but this is a small map size with boatloads of loot and boatloads of fuel. We take those. Alright, I just spent a lot of money, so I'm not so sure that the shop is going to be the best thing for me, but we'll see. See if it can be useful. Ooh, I think we take the lighter. I kind of didn't want to, but bag space be damned. The health kit would be cool. Bag space would be cool. What can I get rid of? Guess I can get rid of the pistol. The dart would probably be the best. Yeah, we're going to take the dart. We're just going to make this as strong as possible so we can keep on pushing. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. We'll do this. Boom. That's perfect. Alright, there we go. Might not be the greatest SMG build I've ever seen, but we're rolling. And it's not too bad that we're at hazard level 13. It clears enough that we can get to what we need to get to. Doesn't do it too speedily, though. I could use a bike pump or two. Or a balloon pump, I guess. I'm always going to call it a bike pump. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm an old man who will never change. Alright. Okay, that was actually all we needed to do here, but I am feeling very low on bag space and everything else, and this place is supposed to have a very high concentration of loot. So we're gonna risk it a little bit for the biscuit. Guys, I really want that biscuit. Yay! Balloon pump. We take those. I wish I saved one of those vacuums for here, but I think we're doing fine. Yeah, I guess we'll take the exploding bullets, because that's one part of the recipe for dynamite, which is even better than the fireworks. So I plan to take that. Then hopefully we can get enough grenades to make a blue grenade. Then we'll get dynamite on this SMG, and that significantly increases your damage. Like, I think the golden, like, build for anything in this game is you want, if it's ranged, you want the bouncing ball, dynamite, and the fork. And if you can get those three things, you're set. And then obviously the bicycle pump is good for anything. Okay, it is a bicycle pump. So I remember looking at it last time and it said balloon pump, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's the other rarity of it? I don't know. Alright, let's stash our way back, because I don't want to be killed. This ain't how I'm going out. Okay, there's an upgrade to our SMG. See, that's the thing. It always goes towards SMG. At least for me. It's also just the RNG of this run. Yeah, I guess we take this. And boom. Now that's blue. We should upgrade our snack. Purple. And then let's get these bicycle pumps up and running. Can't. Alright, that's fine. Get rid of shotgun. Let's get bicycle pump. Then let's get rid of extra magazines. I've never found a good use for extra magazines. We're gonna add the roller skates here, just so we've got a little pep in our step. All right, let's go. Next one. Day 4. Hopefully I can get 4 grenades. That's all I need. I need 4 grenades. I get that. We're in business. Run basically over. I mean, you know, not if we go into endless, but I don't think I'll be doing that with this run. Or if I am doing that, it is not going to be in this video because that can take hours. That's more of a stream thing. So there are a few achievements I'm trying to get to unlock some of the new characters, but so far I have not really... Let me put it this way. I have not gotten them, and I was going to say I wasn't lucky enough to find certain things, but I think a lot of it is also I just deliberately haven't been going for them hard enough, right? Like, one of them is as simple as craft 3 legendary items. I just haven't been focusing that. So if I really want that character, I should get on doing that, and I do. I like the different characters in this game, they're fun. I think they'll be a good time. And let's be honest, there's a little bit of a completionist in me. Not a lot, but it happens every once in a while. I'm normally not the achievement hunting guy, but, you know. Every now and then, I'm like, I could platinum this. Maybe not this game. Maybe not platinum. But I think I could get further than I normally do, which is not caring about the achievements at all. Yeah, so far, man, these last 2 weeks, indie gamers have been eating good. And we have this, we have Aethermancer coming out. We just got, a couple weeks ago, was Silksong. I mean, it is just game after game is coming out right now, and I'm loving it. Granted, it's causing quite a few repeat videos from me, but, you know. I can't not feature a game when it hits early access out of demo or it hits 1.0 out of early access. If it's a good game. If it's a good game and I like it. Which I think this one fits that bill. Ugh, I don't want to stay here, but I need that level up. We don't leave those behind, guys. We don't leave those behind. Ooh, the rat is tempting. So, what I've learned is that the rat applies... The rat applies poison to what you're shooting, and the snake applies it to everything around what you're shooting. So the snake is a lot better for horde control, but the rat is much better for single target, like if you're fighting a boss or something. And, you know, if you can build right, then I just have them both and we call it a day. Right? Like, we take those. Okay, we're gonna grab this. Let's get rid of these AKs. We're not gonna be using those. I guess I could increase this. That's kind of cool, right? Let's do that. That way he's throwing cans left and right. Okay, let's continue on. Alright, kill all the titans. They also added titans. They've added a lot, like, you know how the larger, I guess, bile spewer dudes had large variants? No, now they just have big-ass variants of regular zombies. Like, see these guys down here? They're just huge for no reason. which I'm fine with. It's pretty great, actually. All right, we're gassed up and ready to go. We're gonna re-roll this. We're gonna re-roll this again. Come on, man. You're killing me. I guess we're gonna take this. We're gonna continue. Heal. Oh boy, that was unwanted. Unwanted attention. Do not like bites. I'm gonna re-roll this again. Yeah, we'll take this. I'm very glad we got a gem around the time we got that scope. Because the scope has an on-trigger effect to increase your crit rate. But now it's just pretty much always happening because the gem is going to trigger that. Yeah, so on-triggered, increase critical hit chance of weapons by 22% for 1 second. 15% chance to trigger marked triggerable items on collecting experience orbs. So we pretty much always keep that up. Might not be literally always, but from what I've been playing and seeing in my travels, it's almost always. Alright. There's also now like army guys, and when you shoot them, it breaks their armor off of them, and then they rush you. It's wild. Okay, we're gonna take this. Keep going. I want another bicycle pump. That's the goal. I want big bullets. I really just want the extra damage on the SMG. SMG is not famed for its damage, but the high fire rate plus status effects plus explosives plus, you know, all the other attachments you can throw on it, then it's good. I wonder how well it scales into endless. Because I could see that being an issue. I definitely need a yo-yo working a little bit better on this gun. Reloads are taking a little too long for my liking. Like, it makes sense, I get it, but come on, man. I'm gonna reroll that, because that was all ass. Hey, the fork. This is what we want. It's always what we want. I think we'll swap out the ball, and yeah, we can put the ball there. Perfect. Alright, so now we're shooting 2 bullets out of the barrel, and then those bounce and just annihilate hordes. That is why we want those 2 items in concert. When they're together, it's just a good time. We're gonna go for the fireworks. We're not gonna combine, though. And that is simply because when I do combine to try to get dynamite, I would like to still have fireworks as well. Yes, they function similarly, but they... You know, this game has everything stacked. You could have, like, 10 dynamites on one weapon if it fits. There we go. Okay, we're getting grenades. That's what we need. We're gonna need 4 grenades. But I am gonna take the bag space. Because it doesn't matter how much cool stuff you have. You can't equip it if the bag's full. Okay, what do I keep getting hit by? I feel like I keep getting hit randomly. And it's probably not random. It's probably like I keep dashing like behind a tree and there's a zombie there and I didn't see it and I'm also dumb. But it feels random. Which feels bad. Alright, 3 level ups. We'll take it. Bike pump. Perfect. What do we got from you? Lighter. Yeah. We'll increase the lighter. We'll take that. Can't complain about that. Another bike pump or bag space. We're gonna go bag space. So I want to get a health pack and put it there. That's what I want. First aid kits, the health packs in this, they're great because what you do is you don't combine them. So the way they read is that if you take damage and then you go 5 seconds without taking damage, they will heal you. Now, if you put them all together, they heal you for a percentage of the damage taken, right? I think it's like at max rank, it's like 50 or something, whatever. Well, if you keep them separate and you have multiple, then guess what? Each of them is healing you for that percentage of the damage you just took, so if you have enough, you can overheal the damage and get completely back to full if you want. So, yeah. Getting a few of those is always good. I definitely find that in the full, or not full, early access release, prioritizing your survivability is much more necessary. Like, in the demo, you could... If your build was just, like, filthy enough and you were just gunning things down so rapidly that it didn't matter, it would be fine. In the early access, eventually you hit a point where it's like, damage is not the point anymore. Maybe not anymore. You still want to build damage, right? You never hit a point where it's like, oh, stop building damage, but you definitely hit a point where it's like, you should have been putting things into your survivability. And far too often, I find myself in that position going, oh, yeah, I just didn't pay attention to that for this whole game. That was probably a mistake on my part. We will take this so we can get an extra dash. Seriously? Add 1 dash per 2 marked footwear items. Oh, I need 2. Okay, that's a pain. We'll get to that later, though. But we are going to get rid of the bottles. I don't care. They're not terrible. I just really don't care about them. Get rid of that. This has no place here. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go like this. Okay, what do we got? That looks abysmal. That looks okay. That looks good. I actually rather like that, but I would sacrifice the shop. Whereas if I go down here, I get a shop. I think getting a shop is the play. It'll be a little bit more controlled in what we get. Granted, it'll be expensive, but that's okay. Okay, this is a pretty good map. I'm liking this already. Feels like it's going to be fairly easy to full clear it. Not that full clearing is always a good idea, but I don't know. I was trying to do this as more of a speed run kind of deal, and it just wasn't speed running for me. So maybe we won't go for a full clear, but I'm going to be a little bit more thorough. Mass a little bit more power before we hit that boss. That is the RNG element we always have to take into account when we're playing roguelites. I had a plan and everything, and this game said, not today. Okay, we're gonna grab that. Now we have a vacuum. So now I feel much better about just leaving XP behind. Because I don't know, we'll just pull it all in at the end. That's okay by me. Okay, we got this. That was an awkward place I put it at, but whatever. Like, it's extra bag space, right? It's more squares. We take it either way. Don't have to be pretty, just has to hold stuff. Oh, no, thank you. Okay, we're all topped up. And we got another health kit, I think. I don't want to, but I think I should call this good. The threat level's starting to get a little high for how inadequately I'm built. Let's grab a couple more things, but we'll head out soon. Got another dart. We take those. Okay, let's just suck everything in here. Oh, we got the katana. Okay, so I might switch up how my builds, but we have no boxing gloves. That's unfortunate, actually. We're gonna go with the magnet. I want to go with the katana, but we have nothing really to make it good. Everything we have is for ranged weapons, so I could go with it, but I think I would find that to be a grave mistake. And I've unlocked the extra rarity, so now the fork does even more. I'm gonna reroll that. I guess I'll take that. Thanks. Awesome. We love those. Love rerolling and getting the same thing. We want drill. We don't have drill. That's actually kind of crazy. Oh no, we do have drill. Hold on. Hold on now. I lied. We don't want drill. Do we want socks? I actually think the play is bag space here. I'm not a huge fan of the pressure cooker. Pressure cooker can be good. It just is not... It's not for me. It is a one-time use ability that just does an explosion around you, getting rid of all the zombies. Well, it doesn't actually necessarily get rid of them. I think it does like 200 damage or something ridiculous. Okay, that wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. We're gonna let's get rid of that weird thing. Let's have you slapped in here. Wow, yeah, this run is not great, guys. I wish I could say otherwise, but I guess we'll take another dart. Yeah. Do the dart. Okay. Then that dart can be merged with this dart. And then we can use this dart. And we'll need another footwear. So we're gonna just grab it and throw it here. That makes the spring work. So now we have extra dashes. And that's really what we're here for. I'm so tempted to fuse these two, but I know the second I do, I'll get the grenades I need, and then I'll be missing that, and then I'll be royally pissed. So let's avoid that happening. Besides, I think if their fusion is linear, it might not be, but there are a lot of fusions in this game that are linear, which is kind of nice. Oh, robot arm. That could be pretty cool. Do we need the yo-yo? We do need the yo-yo. We'll take it. Yeah, we have nothing for melee. I want to go melee, but we have nothing for it. We do get grenade, and we'll take the dart. Do we also want to take the rollerblades? I think we take the rollerblades. Yeah, hold on. Swap this grenade with that one, and then we'll just leave this one here, whatever. Yeah, I think we take the rollerblades. Okay. Drop those in. All right, now we'll be significantly faster. We'll get rid of these knives. We get rid of these pistols. And the baseball bat. I have a lot more to spend, but also it won't matter. I can't reroll anymore. Right. We got what we came for. Wasn't amazing. Kind of annoyed that this run just ended up being an SMG run anyways. Like, I could have used, like, a shotgun or something, but I wanted, ultimately, to do some form of melee, and it just wasn't happening. Because if you get enough bicycle pumps, you can just make the katana massive, and then you throw a boatload of darts on it. It swings super fast, and it's super big. And that can do quite well. The issue with that is, you know, when I build melee, I want more med kits and things like that because it's very easy to end up in trouble in melee. Oh, okay, yeah, we're taking the heavy boots. The heavy boots are nice. Oh, I don't want to redo all of this right now, but I think we're gonna get rid of you. We're gonna move you down. You don't need to be here. You don't need to be here. Okay. Ah, still not enough. We'll leave it. That's fine. Leave that too. These can kind of stay here in this little complex. We don't need those to be closer. We don't need this to move over. We don't need that. This looks like it is touching everything it needs to be touching. Let's just add all the fireworks. They're not really going to do a huge amount, but, you know, more chance to explode, more chance to explode, right? What I want to do, we can get rid of you. And then we can move you over here. We're going to get rid of you real quick, and then we'll probably end up putting you back. But the boots are nice. So that keeps the spring active. We still want... on. We still want to put back that other heal. I gotta figure out how to do that. Move you here. We're 2 there, right? Yeah, okay. Why did that not work at first? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna swap you 2. We're gonna put you there. And then you're gonna add you back in. And we can throw these guys back in here too. Alright. Yes, the heavy boots create an AoE around you on trigger. And so they do it on dash, but also if you have a gem like I do and they are touching it, which I don't know if I double checked that they were touching it. It'll happen on XP being, yeah, they are touching it. Happen on XP being sucked up. Okay, we're gonna take the magnet. That's why I'm not relying on trying to get vacuums. However, we are taking... I took a decent amount of damage and we're not doing crazy hot, so this might be the second I get enough fuel, we're out of here kind of deal. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade one of these because why not? Like, at this point, sitting here, okay, that's enough. That's enough. We can leave. I won't leave a level up behind though. That's the thing I won't do. Yeah, I guess we'll just take that. Okay. Another level up. I mean, hey, the magnets are working. Might not be with my plan, but they're working. Oh, we take the SMG. Because now we can get purple. Maybe not the end-all be-all, but it'll be better than what we're doing now. So I take those. Alright, let's get out of here. Then we'll be on the last boss in a second. That's a purple. I don't think there's anything else we can really do of actual value. Alright, this boss is new. Not the one I have fought before. Although, less health. I assume you have phases? Yeah, you have phases. Now you're just deflated and diagonal. Sick. That's actually really cool. Like, I hate it, but it's really cool. Oh no, you have little U's. Please no. Luckily, I have built for horde clearing. Nice. All right. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, was a run of Deadly Days Road Trip in early access. Quite a few new things. Still just as fun as it was before. I highly recommend you take a look. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. If you enjoyed this video and you got this far, if you wouldn't mind putting a like and a sub, that would be hugely appreciated. I'm trying to grow the channel right now. Every little bit helps. I will be back tomorrow with another video. Peace out.